Hey everyone, this is your coffee corner, and this is your episode 54. Yes. Okay, so I don't know what I'm going to talk about in this episode. I just feel like I need to do one because I promised that I'm going to do more videos this week because I'm on my March break. It turns out I'm quite busy. I'm busier than before, and I really didn't do anything, and I didn't plan anything too. So I feel like this episode is going to be super boring about nothing. So, but I want to do one. Let's see how would that end. It could be really bad. I have no idea. So let's hope it will turn out good. Then I can post it so I don't waste my whole outfit and the makeup today. I mean, I don't really do makeup a lot. My makeup is very basic. I remember long time ago, and someone commented, "Hey, do a makeup tutorial." I was like what? Just eyebrow and a lipstick? That's it. Anyway, so I've been working on my writing a lot. I said this to my friend. I feel like for some reason I've been really obsessed with writing, and it turned out that I've been really obsessed with the writing. I'm not sure why. I just feel like writing is something that when you are really good at it, and it shows you have ability to use a language. So before, I thought writing is more like, ESL writing, you're writing your essays, you're writing argumentative essays or any kind of essays, okay, writing. But probably from 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, my mindset has switched to a different direction. I feel like writing is not only about language learning, it's just about your ability to use a language. It doesn't matter if the language is your first language or second language, it's about how you can use it. Same thing, while we all know our own mother tongue, but how many of us can become a good writer? But people tend to forget about it. People think, well, as long as I learn another language, then I will automatically become a good writer. Not really. But I didn't realize that until like 3 weeks ago. I always consider myself as an English as a second language learner, and I'm still learning. Till 3 weeks ago, I realized that I'm no longer English as a second language learner. I'm just learning the language and trying to improve. And with the writing, I've learned a lot, that not only about how to use a language and a grammar. And I think at this point, I'm not caring about grammar anymore. I mean, grammar is always there. I'm caring about how to use those words, how to use, so the syntax, right? How can you make those words make sense? And I've been taking a course on Coursera, a writing course on Coursera, which I'm kind of like a week behind the schedule. I've learned a lot. I mean, I noticed that to become a good writer, you really need to read a lot. Not trying to copy out other people's work. You're trying to learn how they write, and which turns out it is very useful because of this course, I've been reading a lot constantly, not just about the book or novels or whatever thing going on. It's about articles, how to write good stuff, and then they gave you examples, and there's few practices going on, and I could tell, like just 1 week learning, I could tell how much I improved when it comes to writing stuff. And one word, I think there's one person who left a comment for the assignment, for the discussion, saying that it doesn't matter when you write, don't think about grammar, don't think about vocabulary, just write. Whatever ideas you have, write it down, and that's it. You can always come back and fix it. If you keep thinking about, grammar, vocabulary, or other things, it's kind of like a multitasking. I don't know how many of you are actually true multitaskers, but I am not. I can only focus on one thing at a time. So for me, it would be much easier to work on one thing at a time and then come back and fix other things, which I've learned a lot from that comment. I started to write my ideas out first. I don't care about grammar. I don't care about vocabulary. And then once I have my ideas written out there, then I started to think about, can I make it better? Maybe I can change the wording. Maybe I can change the sequence of each word or things like that. And I actually found that makes writing a lot more effective than before. So that's what I learned from that writing course. This is one of those things I learned from the writing course. And another one is, it says, when you think about writing, just write. It doesn't matter how shitty it is, you just write and then keep going and come back, fix it. But I think a lot of people got stuck just before you start to write, because you have to think about a lot of things, and then you feel like, wow, it's just so overwhelming that you just can't, or you just don't know where to start. So anyway, so because of the course, I started to just write down my ideas and learn a lot. Back to reading, that's another thing that made me think. It's Copywork. I saw this video, I forgot. I like him. I can never remember his channel's name, but I like him. I got inspired by his video, and then I started doing this 7-day challenge with people, with you guys, and a group chat. If you don't know that, make sure you go and follow me and join the chat or whatever. Today is day 2. For me, it's day 2. For you guys, when you wake up, it's probably going to be day 3. So here is how Copywork works to improve your writing. Not only about learning it as a second language, it's just about writing. So this guy, Seth Godin, he writes every day. So he has his own blog, and that's where I get all those articles from. He has his blog and he writes every day. And then this guy inspired me, and then I started to do the same thing. But what this guy does is to use his blog to do Copywork in a week. So which basically means he has to do like 365 or 360 entries in a week. I'm not going to do that. That's too crazy. And I might just destroy my confidence in doing something, or my courage doing something. Anyway, so I thought it would be nice if we can try 7 days and see how that goes, or where it can take us. And I noticed a lot of things. I mean, before I do that for my Chinese writing a lot, and my Chinese writing is very good, if you wonder. So I said, why not do that for English? And I started to do that. And not only I'm learning the grammar or expression or vocabulary there, I'm learning how he uses the simple words to express complicated ideas and structure. So the essence of the writing is not to write long sentences, right? It's never going to be like that. And I forgot what kind of book I've read. I forgot, but I learned that is long sentences are not typically bad, but bad sentences are typically very long. So something like that. I was like, okay. But I remember when I learned writing as my second, like writing English as my second language, I was always told to use more like a passive voice instead of active voice. Use long sentences instead of simple sentences. If you can use clauses, use clauses instead of short sentences, something like that. But I've learned a lot, not only for casual writing, but also for academic writing, that long sentences are not typically very good. It's more about if you can convey a message in your words. So that's why when I work at the Writing Service Center, I always tell students that long sentences are not typically bad, but bad sentences are typically wrong. And they just couldn't believe it. Oh, my professor or my teacher told me that long sentences are necessary. Necessary at some point, but you can't always have a long sentence there. Anyway, so I'm not trying to turn a coffee corner to a English 101 episode, but I'm just saying that what I've learned from the writing a lot. And another thing I learned, not from writing, but kind of related, because I've been reading a lot of books and trying to do the copy work so I can learn from the writing style and get more ideas to talk about, to write about. And this book, I'm still reading it. I just can't finish it. I'm not sure why. The Psychology of Money, and one chapter is about margin of errors, and I really learned that a lot. And I think I've talked about this back and forth in my videos. I have anxiety, and then sometimes when anxiety hits me really hard, then I have panic attack. That happened to me very frequently a long time ago, but then kind of, I've been trying different ways to figure that out, to work on that, and it has gone better. But Sunday I really had a bad anxiety problems. Couldn't do anything, couldn't focus on anything. I couldn't even sit down and relax. So my whole Sunday. Anyway, so what I want to talk about the margin of error here is when I plan things, I like to plan everything precisely, right? So let's say if I have a schedule from 10:30 to 11:30, and then I want to schedule, or I want to plan everything around that schedule, which means that if I wake up at 8, I want to do something between 8 to 9, 9 to 10, and between 10 to 10:30 I have 30 minutes. There has to be something that can be done, and then I will put something there and then continue. But the problem is, when I plan my whole schedule there, I did not leave any margin for what if there are something going to happen that you don't know. And that always makes me really mad, and mad at myself, mad at other people. I started to think about the job I did before, why I was so mad at my students at the moment and so mad at the work. I think I'm that kind of person that like when everything is well planned. I don't want to waste the time. If you can do that very efficiently, effectively, why do you have to waste the time? I feel like, of course my time is not worth a lot of money, but again, I want my time to be used wisely. When I was doing that job, I planned everything perfectly, and I assume that's a problem. Okay, I assumed that students will just follow my instructions and follow my schedules, and then we can get everything done in time. So that was my plan. But of course, people are very unstable, right? So a lot of things are caused by people, and a lot of things are unpredictable. And that's because people are unpredictable, right? So, and of course, then I couldn't meet my schedule, and then they screwed up my plan in a lot of things, and I started to get very upset about it, and I just couldn't. And I figured out, well, I'm that type of a person, I can't really work well in that organization, might as well just quit. And that is why I left the job, because I realized that just the whole culture and the vibe, we are not very compatible. So that is why. But if I was just thinking about this, if I knew the margin of errors back then, would I stay there for a bit? Possibly. Well, yeah, there's a potential. I might not be that upset and frustrated about everything there if I knew a margin for errors back then, but never too late. So I started thinking about that, and now I realized a lot of things I have planned in the past, since then, yeah, I did not leave any room for mistakes, which caused my anxiety and a panic attack, because I feel like you don't need a room for mistakes. You just go as planned. As long as you plan things, everything should go smoothly, which is not, right? So I start to work on that, and every time when I plan things now, I will say, well, so let's say yesterday I had an appointment with my friend Eva talking about my writing. I had that plan at 10:30 because that's how you book the appointment, and you're supposed to do that. So that is a fixed appointment, but also she's very nice. She booked me for the second session, which I'm not allowed to do that, but she booked me because we wanted to hang out. And then I didn't plan anything after the session, because I kind of figured out if after that she wanted to chat about something else. And before that, I made a mistake. I thought I would get Bob out for a walk and then come back and then attend that session on time because, you know, from 9 to 10:30, there's a 1 hour and 30 minutes. So it should be enough. So that's what I was thinking. Apparently I was late, so I texted her. I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be a few minutes late because of my dog." And then she said, "Oh yeah, go ahead." So I talked him, and yesterday everything was melting and muddy, and of course Bob ran crazy, came back with like a full body covered by mud, and it took me almost 30 minutes to clean him up. So that is why I was late for the meeting, and I kind of felt frustrated about myself not planning wisely. Anyway, so she was nice, and then we started talking about the writing and started to chat about things. As I planned, we were supposed to focus on that and get everything done, right? But didn't. However, I had that kind of expectation. I saved a whole day for that one particular task. And then I told myself, okay, even if we could not finish anything within 2 hours, that's fine. I will have a whole day to work on it, which is a smart move. We did not because we chatted about other things in life and school. And then she asked me about my future plans. And then we were really chatty. When two chatty people get together, you know, it's just like, okay. So after that, I was so glad I didn't plan anything, and then I spent a whole afternoon working on editing and changing things and figure out the formatting and reading a lot of stuff. Try to do as much as I can, and I felt happy. I know I didn't accomplish a lot during my writing sessions, but I was so happy about what I've accomplished yesterday just because I knew there were going to be something that I cannot predict, which is true, and I'm happy. So that is why room for mistakes is very important. When you plan things, think about the potential mistakes that you might make, or think about the potential changes. Everything that is unexpected, unpredictable, that you just don't know if that's going to happen or not, consider that as part of your plan too. So what if that doesn't happen? If you let's say so yesterday you planned to go out today, but today it's rainy, would you be happy or not? Probably not, because it's the whole weather screwed up your plan. But you have your plan B, which is nice because your plan A doesn't work, you have plan B and you're not wasting time. So everything works. But a lot of things are like that. When you plan your investment, when you plan your future careers or everything, you have to think about at least as thoroughly as possible so you can figure out what if this doesn't work, and then what are you going to do? Which is funny because then I thought about the book Brené Brown talked about, reality check. That can bring you disappointment. Disappointment causes a bitter feeling causes negative thoughts make you feel upset, right? So I was thinking reality check, same thing. It's like a room for mistakes. Is if you plan this thing and this thing doesn't happen, do you have a backup plan, or do you have something else? And if this and that thing happened, would you still enjoy it? Would you still like it? Or would you still stay calm? Or something like that is a reality check. You plan a really nice dinner with your boyfriend, and then something happened and it couldn't go. Would you still be happy? You bought your best friend a gift, and then you thought she would really love the gift. It turns out she didn't really like it. Would you still be happy or not? Because, as I said, people are very unpredictable. You just can't control everything when it comes to human beings, right? So that's what I learned about room for mistakes. Anyway, so with everything going on, my writing thoughts and my appointment thoughts and other stuff, and I kind of figure out, well, I might as well just do a video about those kind of things. And I was trying to make this video short. I have a feeling this is not short, so I'm just going to stop right here, and I promise you I'll make another one about something else. Anyway, that's it. I hope you like it, and say hi to Bob, and see you next time. Peace out. Bye.